Welcome to Cloud Portal demo. What you are seeing is AWS EC2 instances at the top, and the first one is the portal server. I'm just copying that IP of the same to enter into our home screen, and you can see the welcome screen of Cloud Portal. And this home screen is been uh, divided into three sections. The first one is infrastructure as a service, and second is for PaaS, and the third is for container services. Let's go into infrastructure as a services, and you can select the required services from the below drop down box. As you can see, it can create an entire network or even a subnet, or within that an EC2 instance itself. So let's start with creating an entire new VPC or entire network. Once I selected that option and clicked on next, it will list out the existing networks with VPC name and ID and their CIDR range. And in the below input, you can key in your desired VPC name. In this case, I'm going to give us demo3 and CIDR range, which is not overlapping with the above listed one. In this case, I'm going to give around 70.0.0.0/16 as subnet mask, and click submit to proceed. This will take to the loading page, and then later on it will display the result page with the VPC ID in that. While it is getting loaded, let's look into the detail what are the things it is going to create in the background. And what we have just selected is to create a new VPC. Once we selected that, in the background it is going to create a new VPC with the name we given. In this case, we given as demo3, and within for this VPC it will assign an internet gateway, and it will also create three routing tables, one for the public subnets, and the second is for the private, and the third one will be dedicated for a NAT instances. And along with that, it also create a NAT instance, because here I'm saying as NAT instance because hence we implemented entire this portal in an free tier 1. We are not going ahead with VPC NAT gateway as a service, but we are taking an EC2 instance and converted that into a NAT gateway. Let's go back to that screen. See, our VPC is already ready for our use, and given the ID which is ending with 23.c. Let's go to the console and see what are the item it created in the background. Let's refresh. You can see demo3 is already listing out, and you can see the routing table. As I said, I'll filter with demo3. You can see it created a NAT routing table and public routing table and the private routing table. If I'm selecting public, you can see route, already an internet gateway is attached to that, wherein which in a private, I'm sure it will not be having an internet gateway attached to that, and it also have an internet gateway. And now I can click on return to go back to the home screen. Similar to how we entered into creating a new VPC, just select the create new subnet and click on next. It again display in the same fashion the required details which we can refer for prevent overlapping of the same VPC range or CIDR. In this case, I am selecting the demo3 VPC which we just created, and I am creating a subnet which is public now, and the subnet name I'm going to give as VPC demo3 subnet 1, and obviously range should be within that VPC range. So starting with 70.0, and your desired range, in this case I'm going to give 50.0/24. and click on submit. Now this will create a subnet in the background, which is going to be a public subnet, which they already initialized. And as we given 24, it will give 251 IPs or 251 hosts we can create within the subnet, and it's been already created. We got the result page. Now again click on return button to go to the home screen. In similar way we can create a EC2 instance as well. Now just selecting an EC2 instance and click on next. In case of creating an EC2 instance, it's displaying subnet detail. I'm going to select subnet 3 and selecting type here. Hence I'm using only the free tier one. We are giving only option of T1 micro and T2 micro, but in production or customer environment it might be a large list including the higher type of instances. And we can select desired OS version. Here I'm going ahead with the Amazon Linux one, and give a desired name for our instance. Click on submit. Similar to the earlier one, it is going to the loading page and it will give the desired once the service is running. But going to the console on the same dashboard, we can see if our server started coming in. You can notice like one new server is there without any name is running in the background. This is the EC2 instance which created for acting as a NAT gateway, which I explained earlier. So once those checks are completed, and the same will reflect in our portal. Now it's been created and we got the ID and it is ready to use. And similar fashion we can delete the EC2 instance and subnet or entire VPC itself. I'm going to delete complete VPC. So it's showing a warning like it is going to delete entire network element along with the instance running. So once I clicked on demo 3 and submit, even the instance which we just created also will get deleted. Delete one by one, remove all the routing tables, internet gateway, disassociate the routing table, or and the internet gateway attached to this VPC. Then finally it will remove the VPC also. Our VPC demo 3 VPC has been successfully deleted. Now we can click on return. So similar to the infrastructure as a services, the second category is for platform as a service. For this demo purpose, we have built 3 instances in that, and which is listed as icons. And first platform is for MySQL database, and next is for Tomcat with a Java environment built into it, and a simple Apache web server also. For this demo, I'm going to select Tomcat. And you can see it's asking only for two details. Let's say Tomcat demo name and give instance type. Here I'm giving 2 options, small and large, which can be expanded according to the customer requirement, or what are the types they have certified their Tomcat server. And once you click on submit, it again going back to the loading page, and it will end up in showing a result screen with the IP address of the Tomcat server. In case of this platform as a services, in the background it is going to use the Chef workstation. I will do a refresh. Now you can see that Tomcat demo 1 instance is getting created and it is in the initializing stage. While our chef server is creating that Tomcat server for us, let's have a look at the console of our portal server. You can see all this portal is executed using a few shell scripts, and as you can see the list above, each and every services whatever we are selecting there, it's trigger a separate shell script and thus creating the required services for the user. And the point to be noted here is it is completely modular in nature, so one doesn't have any dependency with the other one except few the common one like display or few of the common things. Otherwise the Tomcat create doesn't have any dependency with VPC delete or Apache create or something else. So it's pure very modular in nature and very easy to expand in the future to any of the requirement. So in the later stage, I just created another module for the Docker, which I will go through in after a few seconds. Once the this Tomcat is ready, hope Tomcat server is ready now. Yes, it's ready and ready to use, and it showed with a public IP address of the Tomcat server. Let's check. I'll just copy this. Now you can see the home screen of our Tomcat server, so it's running and ready to use, and you have an IP and parallel in the background or as a separate thing we can share the credential, and a developer can log into Tomcat and start developing the web app for him. Now let's go back to the home screen. Now the last one is for creating the container services. Here I have integrated this cloud portal with the Docker services. As you can see in the EC2 dashboard, there is one Docker container server which is running the container services for this demo purpose. And for showing the capability, I have just created through two of the categorization. One is for creating a web container, and next is to control the status of that same container. So let's start with creating a new web container and click on next. Let my uh, web server name will be web demo, and your desired port for that particular web application, and click on submit. Let's see, again it is going to be in the loading page and it will come with the result screen the same. I will show you the Docker container server. You can see the folder where all the Docker file and compose and relevant details are there. So what I'm doing from the portal is coming to this particular folder and executing the Docker commands over here. So as you can see the result page, it again given with IP and the port number which we mentioned in that customer input page of our portal. You can see Apache 2 home screen, and in this demo I also created a volume from that. think it is index 3.html if I remember. Yes, hi, I'm already mounted from the Docker manager. So it's created successfully. So you can see how fast the creation was and how easy it is. And this cloud portal, anyone without any cloud knowledge or cloud expertise can mm, provision any of the services in AWS, and we can leverage the power of Chef and Docker as well. That's it for this demo. Thank you for watching this.